Only one of these two can carry on forward. Brazil's hope placed with Loud and NRG getting overrun. Instantly, CAUANZIN and ASPAS break down Som and ARDIIS and draw first blood.
Actually, the pinch is perfect as well. The fault line, so precise. A double flank coming through from Bridge, but TUYZ on hand for the first and the second. It's a Prime Gaming flawless to kick things off here on Fracture.
Ferocious start from Loud, coming out swinging, cracking down on NRG. And I want to see if this pace can continue.
This is exactly the sort of thing I'm talking about. Just absolute commitment to this composition working for them. Yep. And NRG, even here, you can see they're set up potentially for a set piece to open things up, but Loud are so ahead of the curve.
We're learning as we go, and the purchase is hefty. Coming out from Loud here, 2 rifles on the board so far. Less and it's ASPAS, yeah, with theirs, and it's just classics on 1 sheriff for ARDIIS. And that's all they've got. Proactive work to clear. But again, what do you do with it when you find out all that information? You still only really have classics here, trying to maybe get a read on the overall game, see what they can extrapolate early on.
Loud was so good at this, by the way, finding the space on A main and feeling no resistance there. And that mid-round in place to immediately punish it. But NRG are here, they have numbers.
They don't really have the weaponry to do it, but the flash is really solid. Less than ASPAS still mowing them down. Hold on, there's a little bit of a fight back. But it is now just ARDIIS. CAUANZIN is low, SAADHAK chipped away at, but Les still sitting pretty. Spike going to be planted. Time is on their side.
They'll be able to retain that Phantom as well. So actually a Bulldog to round out the 3rd weapon saved across. Actually in a position for ASPAS to get a rifle back on the board as well. So I'm curious here, NRG, do they get proactive? Just coming back to reference that Gen G game, they were tested. Loud stretched to the absolute limits. And some of these slow burn rounds look better on this composition. The mid-rounding was so good from SAADHAK. I'm so curious to the pace we'll see here from NRG, particularly on the defense.
Nothing too out of sorts thus far.
Should catch both, actually.
Yeah, that actually probably will. They're in a whole lot of trouble. Yeah, they are in dire straits. FNS, actually, it's Victor on the swing that found the perfect timing to try and back him up just as FNS fell. He did manage to get the punish, but Les swings up towards tower. This plant does go in and safe to back away. 3v3 post plant now. TUYZ, though, gonna catch CRASHIES. How the hell did TUYZ see him then?
Seeing something we don't, that's for sure. ARDIIS now, a 1v3 once again. Can they get anything done here? Gotta consider just holding on to this rifle. But he wants another stab. We'll spot out CAUANZIN. That should force Loud a little deeper here. The fault line will catch.
Oh, sharp still. But I think he knows his days are numbered if he sticks around. Yeah, time to try and peel away from this. Stuck around long enough to take one with him, but still. This pace from Loud is good, and you gotta say, for me, once again, TUYZ, what an outstanding addition. Oh, ARDIIS, lovely stuff still. Keeping hold of the rifle, taking them away. You can at least keep Loud's economy slightly humbled, not swelling as much, but still fine on the repurchase.
Yeah, we'll force the repurchase, but still as good as a purchase behind this for Loud as well. And it's reminiscent, at least here in the first 3 rounds, of what we saw on Split. That commitment to overwhelm. Right, TUYZ just got 2 blind. Yeah, just 2 blind headshots through the smoke. And when players are hitting shots like that,
what are you meant to do?
Exactly. Sting is here to round out, actually, to complement this rifle in the hands of ARDIIS.
Oh, he's trying it, ARDIIS. A valid attempt, just trying to be some sort of saboteur to this FNS. Deleted as ASPAS strikes in the sight. Taking over tower, no more resistance. It's just the Stingers left here. The plant's in, Loud. Lovely on approach.
TUYZ will find another Isolated here. Crashes
Not
will
bad.
close that out. It is a 2v2 now. The Nano Swarm will find one, and actually a little fumble there, but KAUANZIN will clean it up. Beautiful adjustment as well. ARDIIS takes contact, and the awareness from KAUANZIN to adjust that fault line to catch default. Also, actually, to catch tower as well, at least the stairs out of tower.
Yeah. Damn.
Loud's ultimate's just about coming online now. Well, 3 out of 5 available, missing the Rolling Thunder and the Showstopper. NRG do have an Orbital Strike and a Blade Storm to work with. ASPAS to invest his. Saving through here, potential to get the Operator online in the next.
Ooh. The aggression on the test here. But ASPAS exploding towards site. No SOM on the way through, but by now the spike's actually being safely ferried through. KAUANZIN going to get a plant, very unorthodox thus far. SAADHAK might get the next layer of contact just around the corner. Great timing and completely unaware. NRG seems so out of it.
You hear this drop as well. CRASHIES isolated, but still finds one.
It's still a 2v3, it's possible.
CRASHIES has the Rolling Thunder. They're both coming from the same side.
Oh, but ARDIIS really heads up played, still just have that diligence in case ASPAS was lingering. TUYZ, do they catch him? Yes, they do. But how do they clear that? Or do they even have the time for this? Going to just start that defuse?
They could stick it.
And
they could
now
absolutely
ARDIIS
stick this.
needs to defend this. Les needs to get involved. He has to try and do something. The stick on the defuse. They've answered back with a second to spare. First on the board for NRG.
You think there the Rolling Thunder was almost going to miss that player in main, but luckily finding that kill ahead of it. And NRG on the board. Big investment from Loud, actually. See a couple of seconds difference here with the lockdown. It's a great awareness, though. As soon as they find this kill onto TUYZ, they know they have the time to full stick that, unless actually tagged up very low. Put in a rough spot. And the aggression continues for NRG. Go through the space, but Victor, find the information on the back of it, the smoke, to prevent any quick progress here on the side of Loud. But again, able to navigate their way through the absence on A main.
Oh, Les.
It's always less than SAADHAK, constantly pressuring here.
And look at the attention they've drawn. Craving a response, NRG responding kind, but now Victor not going to be able to, desperate to slow this down, and does really well to buy this amount of time.
The smoke almost going to seal the deal here. Loud should have access to sight, but they're hesitant.
Oh my god, ARDIIS, turn around. Yeah, he's going to catch Les and send him to the Shadow Realm. SAADHAK going to burst on the site though. Loud should be able to get a plant out of this, but ARDIIS on the way. The surround's going to come in. SAADHAK swings through, takes the fight towards CT as TUYZ to succeed against SOM. And now the push through again. SAADHAK going to double down on this aggression. Loud fighting for territory and winning it. And now FNS and ARDIIS, what do you do? Up and above ARDIIS! Decapitates KAUANZIN! Takes down SAADHAK! And now TUYZ has to sit and watch as NRG fight their way back in.
Loud make the right decisions here. You can see the awareness of potentially ARDIIS making his way all the way into Arcade already. The aggression comes through with the Rolling Thunder. ARDIIS with 2 fantastic shots. Keeps Loud in check. Just 2 rounds separating them. The timing there almost. If Les, I think Les actually goes quick on the rope initially. About halfway, and I think that's why. ARDIIS still catches him. Just a second or 2 either way. We were talking about slim margins on that previous map.
This sort of performance up.
First time really FNS is going to be tested off the rip here, because there's a couple more bodies, but ARDIIS has found the space once again. NRG continuing to try and pressure this north side of the map.
They've had free access here towards Sand though. We've seen it tested a couple of times. CRASHIES good for it, going to deny SAADHAK. Bulldog still in play though with TUYZ. And 4 players very quickly here. Yes, Les is looking for that punish, but the commitment still looking like it's towards Sand, but not finding the success they really want. Smoke's going to come in, and NRG looking to confirm this. Maybe a little flash through, but it's going to be difficult. Yeah, there it is, turned wonderfully. CRASHIES still good for one. And yeah, it's just not threatening enough. 4 standing for NRG, and again, gap closed, but that wasn't that full purchase here for Loud.
It's the point where you do get a little concerned with Loud's emphasis towards Tree and A main. That gap being exploited once again by NRG. See what the response is, whether or not the awareness is there from Loud. So they're basically hitting sight there where there's 4 people and minimal resistance elsewhere on the map. I'm already seeing 4 members of Loud heading across that direction now. NRG slip back into a much deeper hold here.
Yeah, the tempo change from NRG is curious as well, seeing this stark contrast. And it looks like they want to get a little bit further aggressive towards Som, towards Drop, but it's actually Victor who remains unscathed by this utility early. I'll ensure no progress is made beyond this point, but they will lose control of Dish. So little by little, Loud trying to take over a little bit of this map after being kind of dictated to by NRG early on.
I think NRG with the correct read though. This is just a probe from Loud. Retrieve the orb. Still, 3 members digging their heels in towards B site. I think actually,
Ooh, double pump towards
yeah,
A.
this is almost perfect. ASPAS should be able to dash onto site and create a lot of pressure. Perfect timing on the molly to slow things down though.
Really reading this well, 45 seconds here. Victor falls away, sits a little deeper. Yeah, gonna respect this. They didn't have that 3rd man to the side, didn't manage to cheat him over earlier on, so.
It's only the Rolling Thunder for the retake here for NRG.
Yep.
If Loud can get a free plant and reset off it,
Yeah, they have.
it might be completely mitigated.
Yeah, and again, no pressure on the back line either towards A main. This is going to be difficult.
Yeah, they
Obviously,
send it to site. It's
Yeah.
not going to catch anything.
No, absolutely ineffective this time. ASPAS still waiting patiently as well, over by Drop. Denies Som any chance to get into this retake. As FNS the one to see it though. Spots out one, does not see the second, already slipping through by Sand, but still up for the fight. ARDIIS being the tip of the spear, the defuse does begin. He's going to be putting his body on the line, he's going to be holding it down. Oh, lovely from TUYZ though. And now just CRASHIES, and he's seen Loud. Finding adjustment really well towards the A side.
TUYZ, such a safe pair of hands in A main there. You see how calm and collected he is to reset for the second. You almost think there, with 2 players being forced so deep in A main, NRG have the upper hand here.
Yeah.
FNS holding down the fort. This reset here,
Oh, TUYZ, wow.
so clean with it.
This guy, see why he's on Loud. You can see why he was one of the high priority players to get into this roster. He looks marvelous. 10-6 for him, leading the board for Loud here.
Operator in the hands of ARDIIS here, so could be grounds for a little switch up here. Still proactive to clear through the north side. FNS going to be left on an island here. Adjustment of the trips as well. He's looking to try and shut down ASPAS on this dash.
Let's see if it even comes into question. Already ARDIIS back on the case, but the timing just slips away. As Loud creep towards the site, and they're further ahead than expected. Could have a terrible surprise, but he's so aware. But ASPAS is so quick. Denies ARDIIS any play this round.
But again, look at the setup in A main.
Yep. But
Les and SAADHAK again take the space.
I'm looking towards Dish. They're quick to this time, quicker, should I say. Still able to put in a potential fight here. Obviously, Loud don't know how clear this site is. That window of chance is slowly but surely closing. But the site is now somewhat under Loud control. Yes, NRG have to peel away from that.
Flank coming in nice and early though. You can see CRASHIES have his hands full, but TUYZ needs to survive. He has the orbital strike here. So he's that late round piece here in the post plan. I think actually NRG considering just holding on to this operator.
Yep.
With Som bringing a stinger in, he will get the upgrade. They will ride this one out.
Yeah, that fragile economy would be brought in, would be a problem. Loud navigating this incredibly well though.
Do NRG switch up where they get aggressive here? I mean, A main always feels a little awkward to push through.
Yeah.
Especially without a raise in this composition as well. On the side of NRG. They need to prevent Les and SAADHAK from finding this space time and time again.
Yeah, this work from Loud is wonderful. Succeeding over by B,
I mean,
also taking that space on A.
It's a banger of a shot from ASPAS. It's, you can't even fault ARDIIS there. The timing, pretty painful to watch, honestly.
Yeah,
he was dead to rights. Victor will retrieve the operator. But straight away, seeing the perfect adjustment from NRG. A beautiful setup to almost bait Loud into what's worked for them previously.
Wow. Wow. What a game. Wow,
Curious now, I mean, it's looking as if Loud's answer to that is, right, we've drawn NRG into exploring towards Tree and towards A main. Can we find anything from Arcade? Or towards Dish, potentially. Might fault line off this boom, but once again.
They're both here. Oh, they're so stunned up. Crashies and Som in perfect unison. Right place, right time, and Loud left in tatters. Oh, left again. This guy's firing on all cylinders. But this is surely too far. FNS just trying to play his life. He's buying time. And the spike is left a million miles away. Oh, and the adjustment, FNS. Ambitious with the judge. 3 more to go. And they are low HP.
Yeah, Som and CRASHIES very low HP. Victor making his way back through Tree, but have to show restraint here.
50 seconds to work with too. It is time to make something of this.
Trying to hide that operator as best he can.
Full utility kit to work with if he has the opportunity, but the double stack now down towards the underpass is a problem. And the next step could be fatal. Nothing on the first, and there's the second. NRG waiting. And the gap closing now. Loud not finding as many responses as they'd like here. And it will be tied up potentially at the half if NRG are able to convert this. Looking at the purchase as well for Loud, it will be lacking pieces.
It really will. One of them being a weapon, a Guardian in the hands of TUYZ. But 4 ultimates to work with. And this is potentially cause for concern, considering it was an 8-4 half allowed versus Gen G. And they struggled in the second.
Yeah, what a reminder. So many ults to invest this time, though. But ARDIIS is on the case. Oh, and he's walking on water. He's walking all over him. 2 huge kills. Surely he's dead to rights. And actually, they got Som as well. Maybe it's not over just yet. What can Victor do? He actually avoids him. But SAADHAK denies the ult's in place. It's a 3v2. After all that damage from ARDIIS at the start, it's all for nothing.
FNS will be identified on this flak. So both CRASHIES and FNS position known. Utility on the spike. The time ticking away.
Defuse the spike.
Haven't got time for this slow approach right now.
It's so hard to clear this with utility on the site. What are you meant to do here? They've just got to run through the motions. Loud, if they keep their composure, they should take the lead into the half. CRASHIES sees the first potential target, but again, time is against them here. Working it down perfectly. FNS is just going to try and sit this one as best he can, and it's actually off. Hold on, there was a chance and it slipped away. Loud at 7-5 will be leading on this.
Give themselves a little buffer here for the second half, but the response is there from NRG. ARDIIS and CRASHIES once again putting up numbers for this team.
Yeah. As close as it could be here, 5-7. Loud do have the lead, but they struggled in this half in the past. We're gonna have to wait to see what happens now. Let's hand it back to the desk to talk about that first half we've seen.
This is the pistol round, though, and while they go for the north side crunch, which I agree is a good anti-strat against the way that Loud play, they were not ready for this pace at all. It was round 1, they hadn't got a feel for the tempo, and when you look at how this first half played out, NRG were actually winning more of the rifle rounds, but they are starting every half 0-3 or 0-4 down. I mean, Loud have won 4 out of 5 of the pistols. If NRG tried to force, NRG have lost 2 force buys, and if they let Loud get a bonus off,
defying logic in some rounds, just playing so unorthodox, and that's not really NRG's forte.
Oh, it's 3 players. No subtlety about it toward Arcade. TUYZ getting temptation, but it's actually just ARDIIS getting demolished. And it's running. They're making a mad run for it, a mad dash over towards A. The other two holding towards spawn, seeing nothing, so they have to start being proactive. SAADHAK showing a little bit of patience here.
And KAUANZIN, though, ready to play off this contact. KAUANZIN, I don't think he actually has the fault line yet, so SAADHAK has to back away from this.
SAADHAK.
Just misses the nade. That could have been devastating.
Yeah, CRASHIES already down to 58. That would have been potentially huge. They get onto the site. The other hand, the time is actually good enough to catch one. It's a bit sloppy so far, a bit messy. Fall through by Sand. KAUANZIN with a trade towards FNS. And that's fast. Taking it in the way of Loud. Som stands. Cannot deliver. It's KAUANZIN. Takes down Som. And Loud get the gateway forward now.
And Sideshow just alluded to this. This is massive for Loud to establish a lead here. Can they do it again? Can they convert this into a bonus? Which would be huge for them. Do NRG force back into this? I'm seeing a Bulldog off the rip here. I'm seeing light armors. I'm seeing SMGs.
Oh, Christ. Oh, my God.
This could spiral out of control
It could.
for NRG.
So precarious. Okay, Stingers, Spectres, that Bulldog got traded out on. Jesus.
A lot rides on this.
Pressure moments now. Loud could start tearing away this game. SAADHAK does get checked on here. Gets caught up too by that as well, but no one to close the gap yet. KAUANZIN by his side. ARDIIS and Victor towards that right side of the angle, though, already making progress. They might need to respect this.
I was going to say, now that they've seen there's a force behind this, Loud will back away.
Oof.
Big headshot, but ARDIIS can't close that out just yet.
No, but it's quite equal footing here. ARDIIS does find KAUANZIN. CRASHIES takes away SAADHAK from the equation. Sights under wraps now, flying that NRG banner. The other two players who are over here have to respect this now, sit towards that Sand side. Spike planted. ARDIIS is low HP, but again, you've got so many other bodies to get through to get to him.
There's no pressure coming towards main either here. CRASHIES might get isolated with the molly. Forced into a corner, but it's not. Yeah, it will catch him.
Oh my God.
TUYZ has got it.
Hold on. It ain't over yet. The three players from Loud trying to work out the 5 that was against them. Now just 4. 3-step towards the side. Victor spots 2. Com's going to be made. They've got to be able to support him on this. Where's the rest of the team? One by one. NRG are falling. TUYZ tearing him limb from limb. But now just down to FNS and ARDIIS. And he was already low. It's only FNS.
No way.
And Loud do the unthinkable. There's a 3v5. But the individuals from NRG just get torn asunder.
No way Loud have just got away with that. The molly comes so late from Som as well. But 2 pivotal kills put FNS into such an awkward position. He has to come back to main. A gut-wrenching round to lose for NRG. And a big boom for Loud.
For me, TUYZ has been man of the match. Love what he's been bringing, the impact alone in some of these rounds. The ones that matter, ever present. And now pressure on NRG, starting to mount, but, well, ARDIIS certainly up to the test. Anyone else willing to try and succeed in KAUANZIN? No.
Oh
way.
my God.
He's got so much of a chance. ARDIIS traded that, though. But they won out by Dish. So ASPAS is still in this one. Oh, he's waiting. Anyone dare go for it? No. But he reads his fake so early on. This should be called out to less.
This has got
This
a
could be
judge.
a demolishing hold. Demoralizing. Ultra ARDIIS somehow did wonders with that Sheriff. How do you get past less? He's just going to buy time. He's just going to be a nuisance as long as he can trust buy a couple more seconds. Smokes really good. Gives him space to work. Oh, and only ARDIIS can try. And try as he might, he doesn't get past TUYZ. It's double digits for Loud.
Look at that same position again. Potential to convert this. NRG.
He's got to start now. That's what the timeout was for. And ASPAS in early danger. Will be warded away, down to 53, still able to make that operator work, but has to respect the early investment and falls away from Dish.
Not rewarded initially, down to 53 HP as well. We'll back away from this. Actually, commitment from NRG behind it.
A little bit of a spam from KAUANZIN, but not enough of a connection to really write home about anyway.
Eyes on less. Can he make it to Dish here? There's one member in the form of CRASHIES holding this down. to prevent this retake ultimate.
There's the pop of 1-0. As much as the pressure is here, you're right. The big swing factor will be by Dish, and timing is everything.
Les
in
has only
CRASHIES.
got a judge.
Oh my word, Les. Surely he can't close this gap. She should now be on red alert. Nice. There it is. Main threat now eliminated. They have to deal with the rest that's coming towards the site. Yes, SAADHAK is close. But you've got to feel everything is now favorable towards NRG. And waiting in the back lines is Som. In case he has to pull that trigger, going to invest it now. Time now on their side, and Loud want to keep these weapons. Rifle, the Vandal going to be kept with TUYZ. The Operator with ASPAS. And 3 walking away with their lives and around for NRG.
Big one. For 3 to survive as well. There's some footing in terms of the purchase here. Blade Storm and Rolling Thunder available for NRG.
Massive.
2 big ultimates. Loud encroaching on that orbital strike. Their own Rolling Thunder.
That one kill, truly essential to outcome, could have potentially changed how this looked. Judge not quite enough, but Les right back into it. Still able to get a buy here. 2 judges, 2 Vandals and that Operator. And already proactive beginnings, Mike.
Doubling down, 2 judges now in the arsenal for Loud. SAADHAK playing very close up here with NRG happy to show presence very early on outside A main. A deep smoke. KAUANZIN here in support. Should have that fault line coming back online shortly. NRG though slipping towards the Operator of ASPAS.
Precarious, dangerous. Waiting coiled like a viper. Oh my god, waiting to strike! Takes out ARDIIS, takes up the head of the beast. And now NRG working with far less than before. The rest of Loud slip away slightly, not too far, still wanting to hold that A main control.
Victor found space on Dish though. That should give CRASHIES an opportunity to get across the site. TUYZ, does he spot this out though?
I don't think he's seen Victor. FNS did find SAADHAK, so still winning the fight over by main. The pressure, whether or not they expect it, is going to be coming through by Sand. Does TUYZ expect this? Yes, KAUANZIN turns well enough to get the trade at least. KAUANZIN now locked in between.
Big
a rocket
ultimate.
hard place. Oh,
They found the kill!
A quiet performance from Som, but when he needed it, he finds it. FNS already tenderized earlier on, down so low. Good trade for Som. And the 1v2, ASPAS needs a rifle, gets it. But the ults are there. Som and CRASHIES both have round-saving ultimates if called upon. Som trying to play safety. ASPAS gives away position, trying to check as he goes. And the players will hold a good crossfire here, draws the attention on one side. CRASHIES digging deep now for NRG. They are not out of this game yet.
It's only really the judges that ultimately are the demise of this A main hold.
God almighty, how?
And that's going to be so frustrating. A crucial kill to flip this back in NRG's favor. Sheriff's into this one.
Yeah, could be 8. Very much could be 8. See if anyone gets any opportunities, any slipperiness to be had. But now that early attempt at aggression gets warded away.
NRG actually very quickly in a position where they have a little bit of a cushion in terms of the finances here. Very loose hold here on B. But ASPAS, a ton of information outside tree. SAADHAK and KAUANZIN, likewise outside A main.
Oh, what a shot. ARDIIS instantly nullified in that turret posing a threatening position for a moment there. Not going to get a second attempt at this though. Som going to take down ASPAS. The site started looking far more secure. Nothing denying the plant. Looks like it's all through main. The threats. No, FNS not going to fall for that. And none of these looking too threatening just yet. Yes, that initial shot towards ARDIIS was a problem, but he's now able to kind of stabilize, sit back a little deeper. Should allow the cross to sight. Handled well. NRG up to task. TUYZ. Still good damage. Needs a whole lot more to make this round actually a potential.
Some already set up with a molly as well, yeah. Seen on the picture-in-picture coming through. Should allow NRG to hold on to pretty much all of these rifles.
An attempt.
Tried to body block it.
Bloody hell. Making a go of it for sure, but you all can hear the time. It is just dwindling. Yes, they're doing some damage on the way out here, but it won't be enough to change the course of this round. NRG pulling this game back in now.
I feel like this is almost the pivotal round here. NRG not burning up a lot of ultimates. They're close to that snowball round, which could come. Didn't really equate to much because it's level pegging now in the second half.
How much do they put to this? Oh my god. Oh, the flash is gorgeous from Victor. Opens up the A site, but will they expect the one player still here? ASPAS, no, he's got one. How long can he stand here and try and take the fight? He takes one with him. He's doing everything he can. It is a 3v2 though, in less than TUYZ. Still have so much work to achieve. The ult is ready though. Buying seconds here, the lockdown considered, I think. Rolling Thunder gonna come back in, just buying a couple of precious seconds, and the plant now attempted. There's the lockdown. Plant will not be denied by this, but that will deny the ult.
Again, a trade-off of ultimates here, and it almost locks Loud out of this site. TUYZ and Less still want to make a go of this.
They need a spark. They need something to ignite this round. 2 players on site, 1 above Som, waiting on the swing here. There's going to be the investment of utility. It's done well too. He's still going to get one. Oh, I thought he was going to snap to it. Not to be. And here comes the spiral rounds. Loud now needs to be worried.
I was talking about investment. This one actually swings the pendulum back. Loud will be kicking themselves with that exchange of ultimates. This opening exchange was so close to going either way. The flash on the back of the boombot coming into the smoke and spotting Victor. And he's rewarded with 2 kills. But it's that investment of the lockdown when the orbital strike is there. TUYZ throwing the orbital strike out. FNS baiting out perfectly with the tap of the spike. And that's effectively the wind in the sails of NRG.
They need someone to have an over-delivery in a round. They need an ASPAS round, they need a SAADHAK round, they need something to change the outcome here. Because so far, the ball's starting to really roll for NRG. Less though. Gonna take a wind out of their sails a little bit. Let's get away with just a tag into the loving arms of ARDIIS. Good trade for SAADHAK, it ain't over just yet.
Showstopper available.
And you're right, but FNS gonna take down KAUANZIN. Good, keeping even numbers. ASPAS takes it right.
Oh my god!
ASPAS doubles down! Doing wonders, we said we need heroics, and maybe he's the hero they need! Loud! Out of nowhere!
How have they done that? What a ridiculous round when everything looked so good for NRG on the way in. Out of nowhere, Loud pluck a thrifty, force a full repurchase, and all those positives, Lauren,
yeah,
that I was just talking about. The wind in the sails, the economy built up.
Keep farming these kids.
ARDIIS actually has to reconsider the operator because there's almost nothing behind this.
knife's edge now. We wanted the spark, we found the spark to ignite. Loud again. It was 4 in a row for NRG, almost knocking at the door and bringing it back all even. Revitalized maybe Loud now. Can look towards 12, but NRG not done yet. Still have something to say in the matter. ARDIIS, quick work, fast work, Less. Still alive. ARDIIS tries to dice him up. The flash not good. This is sloppy. It's not working out here. ASPAS delivers a missile to the brain of Victor. Speaking of missiles, SAADHAK's got one of his own. Oh my god, posts it, finds nothing, and now they're falling like flies. Som still standing, Less than TUYZ. Got an uphill struggle and a half. The spike's down, and they've got everything they want here. TUYZ barely got utility to work with. Less, not really much to be seen here. And NRG looking like they want to answer back in kind, shoving it down their throats with 4 alive. And Less looking like he wants to slip away here.
Yeah, to at least scrape some weapons into the next, but what a response from NRG. Going toe to toe, fighting fire with fire here on Fracture.
Brutal.
And they'll get double digits. The ASPAS 4200, SAADHAK 4K. KAUANZIN and TUYZ going to struggle behind that. And again, it's right down to the wire. 1 round separating them now.
Down.
Som's 33 HP after that showstopper as well.
Enemy remaining.
SAADHAK desperate to find anything there. Unable to do so. Seeing Loud stacked up towards Dish.
Yeah.
Now they might just clear through the north side of the map once again. Repeat that thrifty success. A stinger in the hands of KAUANZIN though.
Time to mull it over, consider before they stampede. It's only less than ASPAS here. Could be a quick rotation from SAADHAK, but again, keep in mind his purchase is not perfect. ASPAS
kill.
perfect. Actually has a gap to work with here too. ARDIIS sent home, sent away. And he wants more. ASPAS hungering for it, fiending for it. And SAADHAK still got his side. FNS creeps. Oh, the timing. That could have been the death of FNS, but it's not over yet. ASPAS is on the hunt. He wants blood. He wants FNS gone, and he's got him gone. ASPAS digging deeper than before. This could be 12 on the board. CRASHIES though finds 2 back in, and now ASPAS and SAADHAK still standing, but not for long. CRASHIES, is it all his to be had? ASPAS getting closer step by step, but he's down so low. And time is against him. The chances are going as we speak. An operator recovered and he bows out of the round. This is going to be it. 11 to 11. It's all even.
I can't believe it's coming down to this. Loud will struggle to scrape anything together here. This should give NRG 12.
You can't say ASPAS didn't try. My God.
He needed the ace to close that out.
What a terror he was throughout that round, but CRASHIES answered in kind.
Remaining.
Big response from NRG.
Oh my God, this buy. It puts it on ASPAS again. He's got an operator. The rest, the best they've got is a Judge and a Stinger, a Spectre even.
No ults to work with.
Could be crumbling in front of their eyes. This could be so heartbreaking at 11-11 that if NRG finally take the lead here.
The only saving grace is it comes down to a purchase next round.
But what can they
All
do
5
here?
members of NRG looking to waterfall from drop here. A smoke from TUYZ. This
They've just
clearance
figured
are
it out.
elsewhere on the map. Yeah, the penny has to drop, but
wait.
NRG.
Hold on. What a call this could be. Do they leave ARDIIS to try and sell them a Fable?
The mind game's in play.
But ASPAS hasn't left yet. There's still not enough that sold them on anyone else moving from the site. This should keep him present. There is still a chance here for Loud.
They're going to try and fake. They're going to try and draw the rotation with some utility here.
Oh, wow.
But ASPAS, he's active. He's clearing tree. He's going to keep 3 members allowed towards A.
Who do we have here? KAUANZIN still sitting
This
towards
stun,
main.
this stun in the paint shell could be devastation. Actually, the paint shell built up a little early. 30 seconds left now, Lauren.
This is down to the wire. This is so pressured. 25 seconds. They have to make a move soon. There's no other option to it. It's time to go. Time to fall in towards the side TUYZ. Is there anything that you've got? No! Overwhelmed. 12 is beckoning, but 12 seconds is all they've got to get that plant down with nothing to stop it. We're in the post plant with 5 standing.
Still got that operator, but ASPAS got to be conscious. He's going to find one. CRASHIES will fall here on the first peak. Loud are going for it.
But where's that next layer going to come from? How do you pry these players out of these corners, even with that operator?
Look at the discipline here from NRG.
Look at this dirty off angle from Som as well. Okay, one's dashed in. Victor ready for it. Oh, and it's perfection from NRG. It's 12 made, and the arena falls silent.
A purchase, yes, but no operator here for ASPAS. It all comes down to this. Again, just, you can see some real positives here. The setup, the paint shell, the fault line, the molly. So many opportunities to stall that. The aftershock on top. Ever so slightly off with the timing. And NRG capitalize.
It's OT or it's GG. Loud facing down a terrifying prospect now. In front of their very own. Falling short of the mark by potentially
on
one
B here.
round. Well, the ult's invested too. They're trying to chase down these two players, but ASPAS, he's pushed up by Dish. He still has a chance to maybe be the game changer.
No
the
dash,
difference
though.
maker in this. No, he's just got to stand and fight. How much can one man do? Oh my God, maybe just enough to spray. He's praying for it. He's not going to get it. ARDIIS answers. Another 4v4. Smoke in towards Sand, and they're going to try and burst towards this. Ult goes in. Going to keep him humbled. FNS holding them back here. SAADHAK goes down. The trade comes out. The spike now left loose on the ground. It ain't out of the woods just yet. A 3v3. And FNS maybe trying to slip through those smokes, but no, decides against it. Post-plant time. FNS, it's time! And the ult going to come up for the back of it too. He's just pulled so many problems in for Loud in a 2v3. They've got to put everything into this or it's done for. KAUANZIN, he's trying so hard for his side. And the 1v1, FNS.
Oh my God!
KAUANZIN keeping hope alive for Loud.
What a round! What a round from KAUANZIN. FNS posts up a huge round from him to even get it to that point. I can't believe it. They refuse to give up. And it's 12-12.
There's no way we're here. There is no way we're here.
What is that shot? ARDIIS slapped on top side, the aftershock. And then the headshot to seal the deal. You can see the frustration.
You can hear the elation though. Christ, these new players are something else. How on earth did he just pull that off?
He's had such a quiet map as well.
Yeah, in the most dire times, he pulls off that. And is that it? It's OT time between these two. And oh, ferocious start, but no blood drawn on either side.
ARDIIS very active, looking for a second opportunity here.
Oh, he's going for it as well. He actually might press that corner, but timing is everything. And already they're on the side. SAADHAK surrounded though. NRG instantly quelling the crowd, quelling that aggression. KAUANZIN less than TUYZ, not having that chance now to step to side, but it's actually less to find Victor.
In front of a ton of damage onto ARDIIS as well, forced him completely away from sight.
They've actually got side control to an extent here. A cap on the spike to draw the first fight, but they lose it. FNS this time will not miss towards KAUANZIN. It's less than TUYZ.
They must have heard that jump.
Centimetre apart, really. The spike not the focus, they need a pick. It's just too many bodies, and they're falling. NRG look pissed off, they look mean about it. FNS individually, huge impact.
Two massive rounds back to back from FNS.
That's vengeance right there from the last one.
FNS hasn't been placing these aggressive traps. See how long it takes for Loud to realize they need to deal with that. SAADHAK punished for it. ARDIIS as well, rewarded for his aggression early on. Can NRG drag this across the line? ASPAS noted here, no operator.
No.
Tag comes through. He'll be stunned up, has to respect this.
He does get away, and he has support from Dish, though. He has two players up there, so he's certainly not alone here.
First time we've really seen this all-in A-main take from NRG.
Dirty angle from KAUANZIN. Sight now smoked, they're on the way. Spike in the hands, making it through towards sight. Plant's gonna come in, nothing to stop it, no utility to deny. It's down. Pressure starting to mount though. Trying to get away from the site just a touch, leaving ARDIIS isolated, but that's fine by him. Holding towards main. How do they break back in this for Loud? These seconds passing are heart-wrenching. ARDIIS with the first. ASPAS finding the follow-up towards Som. It's a 3v3. Flash goes in. No one able to capitalize really. They're stunned up here, but they still can't break through those back three. Less thinking about it, and now the time is to strike. He's taken down FNS, and now he takes them all down. We go again. It ain't over. Loud refuse to lose, and NRG once again must face the music and go back in.
The full 5v5 retake here from Loud. This execute, first time we've seen it this well choreographed. This ASPAS to be the deciding factor here from Loud, less to seal the deal. A beautiful take from NRG as well. So much value just on it, but they're so proactive behind these two smokes. They just can't hold on to it.
And the pace is quite quick. Making no mistakes this time. Making
FNS spotted.
no subtlety. What? FNS still good for a kill. That's obscene to me. Victor already considered. This time, there's potency to this hit. They're clearing the site early.
Eyes on ARDIIS. And let's find this kill on the flank again. No, ARDIIS has punished it.
Oh my god, and that's potentially a huge avenue open. Feeling surrounded. Is there any safety to fall back to for Loud? Time ticking, but getting ever closer. That's a problem. KAUANZIN burns alive! Som got it pinned towards default. Aspas tries to turn the flash, but Som there! That's the time for Som! That's his moment to shine. A quiet performance, sure, but the moments are hitting now with 14 made again for NRG.
NRG do such a good job. I was just crediting how well they utilize these smokes, how much they achieve behind them. And this time around, the util coming through forces this plant to be safe, forces Loud into a position where they have to commit towards his sight hold. And with ARDIIS punishing that flank, it's so difficult for them to hold on to. NRG, another chance to close it out.
How much do Loud have left here? So many times now forced into this position, digging their way out twice. A third time now asked of them. SAADHAK, how much have you got in the tank now? An attempt made towards B. ARDIIS springboards off the back of the knife, tries to take the position towards tower. Less unrelenting, but will fall. The trade there for SAADHAK, and it's just mayhem towards the site. Loud is still getting bodies on the ground though. KAUANZIN!
Oh my gosh!
Holds the line! And once again, it's FNS! This time in a 1v3. A tap on the spike. No one wants it. Oh, they've done it again! This game is bound to go on. Loud, how many times will they do this?
How is KAUANZIN still alive? How has he still got ammo? It's unbelievable what we're seeing here. A massive round from him.
God, this matchup between these two is just second to none. I don't care what finals we get. I don't care what tournament point we're at. This is one of the greatest matchups we've ever had.
And it sets the tone for both teams. Whoever continues here in Sao Paulo. ARDIIS.
Ooh.
Ever so slight miss on the operator this time around.
Oh, punished though. Could be held in place. No one there to close down on it, but ARDIIS calling for support now. Feeling that pressure, and he loses. The smoke criminal flies in, takes out ARDIIS, and now FNS. No way, no way, he finally falls. It's a 2-for-1 trade. A 4v3 now favorable, make it more. CRASHIES and Som. Insurmountable odds against them, but KAUANZIN in trouble. We'll get at least a tag onto him, I think. But he's still standing, holding the way back through here. I don't know if Som and CRASHIES can find a way back into this. Two on site to get past. They take the lead. Loud, back with the upper hand.
It's such a fast and furious exchange here in overtime, Lauren. Both teams throwing themselves on the line. Loud now with a chance to convert. On the back of ASPAS, he's so sharp. ARDIIS repositions perfectly. ASPAS just walks out of his own cloudburst.
See the smiles creeping onto the faces. quickly to be refocused and wiped off because there is still a task at hand here. They are not clear yet. And ASPAS will be once again noted.
The switch up here might even be isolated, yeah.
Counter flash, yes, but nothing to make of it. SAADHAK on the swing, it's messy, but he will get FNS. It's actually CRASHIES to find SAADHAK too. This is a bit of a problem. It's a 4v3.
Counting?
What?
Oh my God!
How did he get two there? He's made it possible. It's a 2v2. You can ask no more of that man. But TUYZ and less up against Som and CRASHIES. Som's angle. Oh my God,
He got spotted in the smoke.
He slipped away. He's kept his life though. But they're both on the site. They're both cornered here. They only know of one. TUYZ looking for that jump spot, finds nothing. The smoke's keeping them somewhat hidden for now, and that time slipping away. They've got to get a move on. And the swing, the double swing is perfect. Oh my God, this game, it refuses to end. It keeps going. 15-15.
It's unbelievable.
I
I talked about Loud being stretched to the limit by Gen G. Scrap that.
KAUANZIN, man, how did he turn
Was he
that?
1 HP? It's just insane. The heroics on display from both teams here.
The highs and lows of this game are second to none. There is no feeling like this either team. It takes one moment, one player to make that difference here. And they are so equally matched. And once again into the breach they go. Loud bring themselves to the moment here. CRASHIES, Som, waiting, pressure mounting. They're over by Sand already. They've taken a whole lot of space.
CRASHIES found the opener. SAADHAK will fall. Loud have to find a response here. They're sat behind these smokes right now.
They have no idea about FNS. Look at the rotations, they're all in. They put full faith in ARDIIS, and rightly so. He's holding down half of this map and surrounded, and the firing squad is called upon. It's ASPAS gone. Oh, the follow-up flash is gorgeous. Good trade, but the numbers so favorable to NRG. This should be 16. Should be taking the lead. Les doesn't like that narrative. Oh my God, he's making it damn good. Oh my God, oh my God, what on earth is going on? FNS, breathe a sigh of relief. There's still TUYZ.
Got the spike.
40 seconds still as well.
If he gets the plant, he's got the orbital strike. ARDIIS reading this.
Yeah, he knows.
Can he catch him ahead of CT though?
No
No smokes left for TUYZ.
This is just bold. TUYZ, hold your breath. Try and make that cross.
Oh my God! He's so aware!
Out of nowhere from TUYZ, and now a 1v1 and FNS is 4 HP. For the right place at the right time. FNS, get your gun out.
Oh,
TUYZ!
Word! What are these rounds?
You won't see anything like this again. We ask questions of these players. We put the unthinkable scenarios to them, and they are up to the test time and time again. Look at this.
Was that a 2v5?
It was either 2v5 or 2v4. But if you're an NRG fan, you are in pieces, TUYZ. Come on.
We talked about him and KAUANZIN having the potential to pull one of these rounds out, and TUYZ still delivering them here.
Out of this world. Big info off the back of that knife, though. Normally just noting one, just noting ASPAS, for example, but this time seeing a whole different look here.
The Loud dig a little deeper here. Tempered aggression here in A main. Only less to hold down the fort here. NRG should be able to navigate away from that setup.
Shouldn't have lost that last round. Seen crazier things happen in this series, Mike. And away we go, off to the races. Les, first fight lost. NRG are in. The site, by all rights now, should be pretty safe. We know it, obviously NRG do not. They still need to go through the list. But this retake, who's waiting? It's going to be CRASHIES. He could greet them before the expected angle. He tucks in. Oh my God, ARDIIS goes down, but it almost plays into the back. Do they still check? Yes, they do. SAADHAK, brilliant heads-up play. Som is there to help him out, but actually, CRASHIES has fallen. Victor dives into effect, desperate to help him out, but backs away at the right time. Maybe just TUYZ and SAADHAK to try and pull off again the unthinkable.
Still got a smoke. 24 HP here. SAADHAK has to lead the charge for Loud. NRG tucking in now.
Shot and a half, FNS big work, safe pair of hands. TUYZ at 24 HP, probably the death of him now. First player seen, second considered, we go again, Mike. Inseparable by all rights, we can't say it enough. 16-16.
We're in round 33.
I hope you didn't have plans for later, mate. Or having a voice, potentially.
I don't want to leave.
No,
I don't want it to
chain
end.
me to the desk. We'll keep going, I don't mind. Such violent delights between these two. Individuals out of character, step-ups from players. I mean, FNS has elevated beyond expectation. We've had on the other side less huge pop-off rounds. TUYZ incredible clutches. It's had it all. And once again, we go back in.
SAADHAK here to plant the seeds. Now, 4 members of NRG this side. ASPAS will get close to this trap. There's a big gap in the defense right now for NRG. Deal with the trap and they follow through it. FNS could be isolated here, Lauren.
Yeah, and he is mowed down into the blender. SAADHAK with a follow-up too.
And another.
Tell me where. Maybe straight through the smoke at this point. Looking for a response as CRASHIES. Not gifted one though. Time to be purchased on the plant. Good utility there. CRASHIES willing to dive in though, but the second round is gonna hurt. It's gonna chunk him down. ASPAS! Huge round. CRASHIES the only one alive, barely breathing. The walking wounded. And now to be the walking dead. Les closes it down the account and gives once again Loud the advantage. Series points.
And the free first blood means there's so much utility for Loud to dump on that spike. One more shot to seal the deal here for Loud.
God.
What is that second?
Oh, that's unfortunate for Victor, isn't it, really? Feels
Rough
quite
scenes.
bad.
Rough scenes.
Oh my God, 16-17. This is something else to me. Deep breaths for NRG. And hold tight for Loud. 17 rounds by their name. The one that's so evasive is now, but the rotation, the timing on this is massive. Yes, he'll note the trap, but that's fine.
I think he's far enough away to updraft. I think he has.
Yes, he is quick to this, and they are sitting deep. Don't want to allow any of these picks to come in. NRG will probably get a plant from this, but they will not be safe in these deeper post plants.
Roll your minds back. A full 5v5 retake previously for Loud in this very situation.
The tension building, the plant comes in, and they question the discipline.
ASPAS tagged up heavily on the flank. He has to peel away.
He does. Now it's meant to be a big factor here. SAADHAK though, isolating Victor towards CT is massive. It opens up a way back in. ARDIIS tries to give himself a little bit of a one-way to play with, but it's Som who's going to benefit as well. Less. Ooh, the timing! CRASHIES finds SAADHAK, and maybe it's all but done! CRASHIES and FNS, the last two alive! And they've got their work cut out to say the least. FNS, the timing ain't there, and it's over!
My God!
Loud have poured their hearts and souls into this game! The crowd is on their feet! The Brazilian hope is still alive!
What a series! What a close! Absolute madness! NRG giving it everything they had. So little to separate these teams today, Lauren.
The legend of El Clasico continues. These two teams providing some of the best Valorant you can ever see. NRG putting up a brilliant performance. But of course, the team we're here for right now is Loud. Capability between the two. Credit as well, we've got to talk bigger picture now. ARDIIS, magnificent performance from him. 29 kills in the end, but the impact alone was fabulous. CRASHIES stepped up to no end.
There's so little difference between ASPAS and ARDIIS on the scoreboard, by the way. I mean, 8 first bloods apiece, 30 kills for ASPAS, 29 for ARDIIS, and it's the impact. It's in some of the pace changes of some of these rounds where they both delivered so much. And it's a tall order to step into that server and go toe-to-toe with a player like ASPAS.
Yeah.
Take nothing away. KAUANZIN and TUYZ. Those names for Loud, keep your eyes on them. There were questions coming into this, but
Absolutely.
they delivered so much. So many individual rounds for them today.
You can talk about, do you think the caliber, the quality has changed? In my eyes, you have such a high potential ceiling with this new Loud team.
Like I said, this makes a statement for whichever one of these teams was going to continue.
Yeah.
I said Loud